Hello students, you are welcome in probability part 4. This is chapter 16. Now question number 19 of exercise 16.3. Randomly chosen students passes the first exam and second exam. Let these are events E1 and E2 respectively. Now passes at least one of the exam that is to be evaluated, so it means E1 or E2. So that is given to us. Passes first and second, it means E1 intersection E2. So we are given the probabilities in the statement. Probability of event E1 is 0.8, probability of event E2 is 0.7, and probability of E1 union E2 is 0.95. Now find the probability that the randomly chosen student passes both examinations. It means E1 and E2. So in symbols it will be E1 intersection E2. Now use this rule P E1 union E2 and put the values to calculate E1 intersection E2. So after calculation you will find the value will be 0.55. So I hope it is clear. This was question number 19. Question number 20. Passing English examination, let it is event E1. Passing Hindi examination is event E2. Now passing both English and Hindi in symbols, it will be written E1 intersection E2. Passing English or Hindi in symbols, we can write down E1 union E2. Passing neither of them, E1 union E2 complement. Passing neither of them. So it is, these are the symbols. Now in the question we are given passing both English and Hindi, probability of that event that is given 0.5. Probability of event E1 is given 0.75. Probability of passing in English, probability of passing in Hindi is required. So probability of passing in neither of the two, that is E1 union E2 complement, it is given 0.1. It means to apply the formula we need probability of event E1 union E2. So this can be evaluated using 1 minus probability of E1 union E2 complement. This is given 0.1, so it is 0.9 probability of E1 union E2. Now apply this formula to find out probability of event E2. So remaining values are given and you can calculate. So probability of event E2, that is passing in Hindi examination, it will be 0.65. So this is answer. So I hope this question is clear. Now the questions of miscellaneous exercise. So it is second question. 4 cards are drawn from a well shuffled deck of 52 cards. What is the probability of 3 diamonds and 1 spade card? So you recall the cards. Now playing cards, there are 52 cards. There are 4 suits. Every suit is having 13 cards. The 4 suits are spade, club, diamond and heart. Now total cards are 52. Number of ways of selecting 4 cards out of 52. This is selection or drawn word is there. So it means we will use a combination to this. So 4 cards out of 52 can be selected in 52C4 ways. Now it means number of elements in the sample space will be 52C4. So these are total possible outcomes now. Now diamond cards are 13, spade cards are also 13. So 3 diamond cards out of 13 and 1 spade card out of 13 that can be drawn. So it is also combination that will be used. So 3 out of 13, 13C3, because the AND word is there, so we have to multiply 13C1, 1 spade out of 13, and you multiply. So this is favorable cases to the event. You can write the probability now. So favorable cases, that is 13C3 multiplied by 13C1 divided by 13C4. So you have to write answer in the simplified way. So that will be answer. I hope it is clear. It's very important question. It was second question of miscellaneous. Now question number 5 of miscellaneous. Out of the 100 students, this is also very important question. Out of the 100 students, two sections of 40 and 60 are formed. If you and your friend are among 100, what is the probability that you both enter the same section? Second part, you both enter the different section. Now total number of ways we can select two students out of 100, 2 out of 100, that is 100 C2. This is the sample space. So because it is selection, we have to select the student for the forming a section. So it is selection, so combination will be used. So two ways, two students can be selected out of 100 in 100 C2 ways. This is total possible outcomes. Now let event E is two particular students, you and your friend, enter the same section. Now there are two cases. Either both of you are in section first, or both of you are in the section second. So because there is or word, either both of you are in section 1 or both of you are in section 2, so that's why plus sign will be there. So 40 C2 plus 60 C2, because we are selecting, you are out of 40, so 40 C2 plus 60 C2, these will be the favorable cases. So you can write the probability 40 C2 plus 60 C2 upon 100 C2, and you can simplify 17 upon 33 will be the answer for the first part. You both enter the same section. Now you both enter the different sections. It means this is not E and E complement, so it can be calculated using this formula 1 minus PE. So 1 minus 17 upon 33, it will be 16 upon 33. So I hope it is clear. Now question number 9 of this miscellaneous exercise. If 4-digit number greater than 5000 are randomly formed from the digits 0, 1, 3, 5, 7, what is the probability that the number is divisible by 5 when digits are repeated? Second part, when repetition is not allowed. The total digits are 5. We can use 0, 1, 3, 5, 7. Now total 4-digit numbers can be formed using this. So use permutation, fundamental principle of counting. Because the number is greater than 5000, so on last digit thousands place there are two possibilities. We can use digit 5 and 7. So the thousands place can be filled in two ways. Because repetition is allowed, so there are total 5 digits. So hundreds place, tens place, and units place can be filled in 5 ways. So multiply them. Now because we want the numbers greater than 5000, so exclude 5000. It means minus 1 will be there, because 5000 will not be among the numbers. So 249. These are the total possible cases. Total 4-digit numbers can be formed using this. Now what are the numbers divisible by 5? In the units place, it is we can use the number 0 or 5, because when the number is divisible by 5, so there should be 0 and 5 at the units place. At thousands place, the number should be 5 and 7. For tens place and for hundreds place, there are 5 possibilities. So minus 1, because we want to exclude 5000. So these are total 99 favorable cases to the event. The probability will be 99 upon 249. Now second case, total 4-digit numbers greater than, yes, 5000. So when repetition is not allowed, now total possible outcomes, that will be, so number is greater than 5000. It means at thousands place there are two possibilities, 5 and 7. So 5000 in two ways. Now because one digit is used here, so for the hundreds place there are four possibilities remaining. Then for tens place there are three possibilities remaining. For units place two ways. So multiply them to get 48. It is fundamental principle of counting, chapter 7. Now number divisible by 5. So there are two cases. The number starting with 5 and the number may be starting with 7. Number may be starting with 7. Now number starting with 5, it means at thousands place there is 5. It means at the units place it will be 0 fixed because the number should be divisible by 5. So there are two places left, hundreds place and tens place. So for hundreds place three possibilities remaining. For tens place 2, so multiply them 6. Now numbers starting with 7. Thousands place can be filled in 7 ways, it is fixed. For units place there are two possibilities, 0, 0 or 5. It means two digits have been used at these two places. So for remaining two places and digits are available 3. So 3 for the first tens place and 2 at the hundreds place. So you multiply them to get 12. So total number divisible by 5 greater than 5000 will be 6 plus 12, 18. So the probability will be 18 upon 48. So this is the required probability. So I hope it is clear. So you try the questions of this chapter. The problems, any problem that will be discussed in the live sessions. So that's all for this chapter. With this chapter, the syllabus, we complete the syllabus. So thank you, students.